I think what's going to happen, Orrin's going to open up with a turn 2 Cobra and ramp into some spells, and we're going to find out. Orrin Beasley is on the left, Nate Pease on the right. I'm Gerard Fabiano here with Jake Van Loonen at the Star City 5K Charlotte, North Carolina Open, and we're in top 4. This is top 4. You can't get the top 4 and not know a little bit what's going on.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it doesn't have to be a lot, but you're gonna know a little bit what's going on. So both these guys probably know something about their deck, something about the metagame, and both of them probably playing pretty well and maybe getting a little bit lucky. But regardless, they're both top 4.
yeah. Now, Nate this morning was saying to me that he read the coverage from Texas, and that he saw that in the Cobley matchup, Orrin on a few separate occasions cited out either 2 or 3 of his lightning bolts here. So Nate knows that in post-border games he can be really aggressive with his swords, and there's not much of a chance that Orrin's going to have a spot removal spell.
Yeah, that's definitely really interesting.
Yeah, getting to read that coverage is kind of a nice advantage you have.
Yeah, I'm going to open up Orrin's deck list right now. All right, so Nate leads off with a dual land, and Orrin matches it. Both dual man lands they have in play. One has a Colonnade, the other one Ravine. So 2 dual lands, and Nate Price plays a Squadron Hawk. How many Hawks is he going to get?
I guess he's probably going to get 2 Hawks.
2 Hawks? How many Hawks?
2 Hawks!
All right, so Nate Pease fills up his hand again to 7 cards, and is going beat down Hawk.
Orrin looks like he has the turn 2 Lotus Cobra at the ready now. He plays a Misty Rainforest, cracks it. I assume he's going to grab an island right now.
And what is he going to do? Explore here?
I think he has the Cobra in his hand. So
Okay.
I think you just play the Cobra. If Nate doesn't have his main deck Oust, which I believe he only has 1 or 2 copies of, or his Mortar Pod just in hand, then he's going to be in a lot of trouble, because Orrin resolving a Lotus Cobra and getting untapped with it is just all kinds of bad for Nate.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so Cobra hits for Orrin Beasley. Nate Pease untaps. I see a sword in his hand, so it's highly likely he's just going to attack for 1 and drop a sword.
Yeah, that
All
seems like a very safe play.
Right now, Orrin needs a Jace to bounce the Hawk. This will probably, really swing the game in Orrin's favor if he does have a Jace here. I can't tell if he does or not. He could. Is that maybe towards the back of his hand? I see that he has a land. I see that he has an Explorer. Maybe he's thinking if he doesn't have a land, should he risk it and try to draw into a land off an Explorer? But we'll see what happens. If Nate gets to equip that sword onto the Hawk, it's pretty bad for Orrin. But Orrin could, bolt it in response, bolt it when he tries to attack. So we'll see what play Orrin decides to make here.
Yeah, Orrin's hand looks like it has, fetch land and Halimar depths in it, but he's so
he does have
the Jace.
This is awesome. All right, so Orrin needs to bounce that Hawk.
Yeah, unless he has a bolt.
Unless he has a bolt.
But even then, I'd probably bounce the Hawk.
Yeah, because it's too risky to...
Yeah, you might just lose the Spell Pierce.
Well, no, because he could just bolt it right now.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking is that maybe he could, if he doesn't have it, maybe wants to brainstorm into, try to brainstorm into a bolt, be greedy, and then, for example... Nah, it's just too risky. I think he's definitely going to just bounce the Hawk right here. So Orrin shuffles a bit more and presents his deck, and let's see if Orrin takes my advice. And he's actually going to brainstorm. So he might actually have the bolt in his hand. I saw an Infernal Titan. I did not see a bolt. Oh, is that a bolt?
I believe that's a bolt.
Yeah, it's an M11 bolt. That's why it kind of looks like. All right, so it definitely makes sense that he brainstorms, and he's going to just bolt that right now, I believe.
Yeah. You never know though. Some people like to get value out of the bolt there. No,
it's too risky when he has Mana Leak or Spell Pierce. So Orrin makes the correct play and passes the turn to Nate Pease.
Nate's in a pretty rough spot here. He doesn't have any permanents on the table, and Orrin's got a Lotus Cobra going.
So a Jace kills a Jace, but now
And,
Orrin gets to untap and do whatever he wants to do. I think he has double Explore Preordain in his hand, so he could definitely take advantage of this.
All right, so let's see what he finds with Preordain. Now, if he had had a fetch land there, he would have been able to play his Inferno Titan on that very turn.
Yep.
But
I mean,
doesn't look like he found one.
Yeah, I mean, it's still gonna be a pretty amazing turn for him, and he's probably gonna end up the turn holding a Mana Leak. So he explores once after a Preordain, drops a Ravine, produces a mana. He's gonna explore again. Let's see if he hits a land. I think he drew another Mana Leak. His hand is triple Mana Leak. So, alright. He did not draw the blue. He only had one blue mana and he needed a Preordain with it. But he might have been able to explore first. No, he still would have been one mana short. So, Orrin did all he could. So Nate has pretty much a one-turn window to drop something good. Maybe he'll drop a Hawk and Equipped. Maybe he'll drop a Hawk and leave open up Mana Leak, or maybe he'll drop 2 Hawks. Alright, there's 1 Hawk. And he's going to search up the last Hawk in his deck, because he previously got 2 Hawks. Now Orrin's hand looks to be 3 Mana Leaks and an Inferno Titan. So this is a very, very big turn for Orrin. Orrin needs to get down that Inferno Titan. We'll see if Nate leaves open up 2 mana, bluffing a Mana Leak. Maybe he has a Mana Leak. I'm not too sure. Let's see. Alright, so he leaves open 2 mana. Orrin draws a Precursor Golem. So now the game shifted into Nate Peace's favor.
Yeah.
As long as Nate has a Mana Leak here, Orrin's Precursor Golem will not hit play, and there'll be a Squadron Hawk with a sword on it, so Nate will get some card advantage there.
Yeah, the Squadron Hawk with the sword can do a lot of work very quickly. Now, Orrin, it's kind of a tough spot for him too, because here he wants to tap out for that Precursor Golem, but he gets haymakered so hard by a Mana Leak that he realized to question whether or not he wants to play around that.
Nah, he has to play Precursor Golem here. He has to play Precursor Golem. If Nate has Mana Leak, that's fine. Then he'll equip Swing, discard a Mana Leak, and then hope to draw a land to play the Inferno Titan. He needs to draw out the Mana Leak. Like, if Nate Peace has 2 Mana Leaks, Orrin's not going to win this game. So he just has to hope that he only has 1 Mana Leak and he uses it on the Precursor Golem this turn. Because Inferno Titan is more important anyway.
Going into the tank. It's kind of a rough spot here. I think he's also afraid that if he goes for the Precursor and his opponent has the Mana Leak, his opponent could make some big plays. His opponent could cast something like Gideon, for example.
Yeah, but I mean, he only has 1 Mana Leak anyway available, because he only has 1 blue mana. So it's not like he has double blue where he could go Mana Leak. So he definitely needs to play the Precursor Golem. If he doesn't, like, say if he didn't have the Inferno Titan in his hand, like personally, I just think the Precursor Golem needs to come to play, draw out a Mana Leak. If Nate Peace might not even have the Mana Leak, see, so Orrin makes the correct play.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
All right, and he didn't even have the Mana Leak.
No, I agree.
It's just like, I mean, Nate just like, I'm not even sure about why Nate didn't equip or play second Hawk. I don't think that was a good bluff there, because Orrin's forced to do something there. So there's times to bluff and there's times not to bluff. There was a song about that by Kenny Rogers. Gotta know when to bluff them.
Yeah, that's exactly how that goes.
That's a song. Yeah. So. All right, Nate Peace equips. He's gonna swing in.
Interestingly enough, his opponent's tapped out, so he could have just gotten some free value by playing some additional Hawks there.
Yeah,
things like that. I don't understand.
I don't know. If I was Nate, I would have went equipped, play a Hawk, and then go like another Hawk or something. So maybe Nate's a bit tired early in the morning. And,
he may also just be like planning a Day of Judgment or something like that post combat.
That could be it as well. Let's see if it is a Day of Judgment. If it is a Day of Judgment and Orrin draws a land, he will be able to play Inferno Titan. So it is a Day of Judgment. So that was Nate's plan all along. And what is he going to do? He's going to tap out for a Hawk now? Yeah. Wow. Okay, this comes down to it right now. Orrin draws a land. He's probably going to win. And Orrin draws it. There's the Infernal Titan. 1 to the Hawk, 2 to Nate Pease. I don't know if Nate needed to use that Day of Judgment right there.
Yeah.
Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but maybe he has another one. Let's see if he does. I see a Stoneforge Mystic and a Glacial Fortress.
I think Nate actually only plays 2 copies.
2 copies of Day of Judgment.
Day of Judgment in his main deck, so
I think what it was that Orrin's girlfriend made him breakfast. You know, breakfast of champions. I don't know what it could be. It wasn't Wheaties, that was for sure. But Orrin's in a dominating position with an Infernal Titan and double Mana Leak in his hand, and a Ravine in play. So Nate's facing down lethal damage.
Oh yeah, I mean, Inferno Titan is oftentimes a 1-turn clock. He has fire breathing, and he does 9 all by himself. So
Nate drops a Stoneforge Mystic. He's probably going to search up a Mortipod. Let's see if I am correct.
that makes sense.
I mean, the Mortipod doesn't do much because if that Infernal Titan attacks, he gets to just deal damage wherever he wants.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would have played this game slightly different on Nate Peace's side, but we'll see if it works out for him or not. At least in this match or this game. I think Nate's probably going to play the Glacier Fortress. And do I see a Gideon in hand?
Yes, there is in fact a Gideon in hand.
Right,
so he's probably going to want to equip the Stoneforge Mystic and then just play another guy, I assume. That way he can just chump the Inferno Titan.
No, he can't ever chump the Inferno. Well, like, if the Inferno Titan attacks, he could just go 2 damage to the...
Well, that's why I'm saying he equips the Stoneforge Mystic. Then he can actually chump.
I think I would just get down Gideon. Alright, he goes with your play.
Yeah, because then next turn you can actually use the Gideon to just pick off the Inferno Titan.
Yeah, but then he's going to be at... Then the Ravine is just lethal. So he's going to go Gideon. No, it would be lethal, but then he could also play Mortipod. But he's got Mana Leak. But then again, well, it doesn't even matter. I think he's just doing it from within. Regardless, this game is really bad for Nate Pease.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, he shoots Nate. And I think Orrin's just going to drop an Infernal Titan. Or do you think he's going to hold up Mana Leak?
He may just want to hold up Mana Leak here.
Well,
I mean, we already have
Mana Leak doesn't do anything.
Oh, I agree. But at this point, a lot of the time when your opponent has a card like Day of Judgment in their deck, it's hard to pull the trigger and put something like a second Titan in play. Especially when you've trained yourself for so long to play around those types of cards.
So, did Orrin make a play yet?
He's thinking about it.
No, it looks like he passed. So,
Oh, he did.
Yeah, I do not like that play. I mean, it's going to work out because Nate did not draw a land. Does Orrin now have 2 blue, or does he still have 1? Oh, okay, so he has 2nd blue. Okay, that makes sense. I wasn't sure which land he drew from Inferno Titan. Yeah, this is perfect for Orrin. This is perfect. Mana Leak, and that's game.
it.
Yep. All right, so Orrin Beasley takes game 1. Or Nate doesn't 100% know this yet, but we do. And
Nate knows it.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to play the Mortipod. Yeah, he's just dead on board anymore. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so Orrin Beasley takes game 1, and Nate's probably thinking, where did I go wrong? I think it might have been the Day of Judgment. So congratulations to Orrin Beasley for taking game 1 in the top 4. So he's 1 game away from repeating his performance in Dallas and making it to at least the finals.
And maybe he gets some justice this time and actually wins the tournament. It'd be exciting for him.
That would be cool. All right, so these guys are going to go to sideboard, and Orrin Beasley is going to bring in. I'm opening up his deck right now. It looks like It looks like Orrin Beasley's gonna. Oh, giveaway. All right, we're having a giveaway. All right, I'll tell you later what he's gonna bring in. Doesn't matter right now because we have a Star City Games premium giveaway for everybody out there. You're gonna have to tweet in the answer to our questions. All right. The question is gonna be very easy, very very easy. It's going to be which player. Okay, which player? So out of all the players, which is the only player who is currently level 8 for Star City Games? So tweet it in. You guys should definitely know this.
And if you do not know it, you can go to starcitygames.com, and I'm sure you can just look it up.
You could. So who is the only level 8 player?
Only level 8
He's a
player
fan favorite. I'll give you a hint.
Games Open Series.
So we're gonna go to Twitter, TweetDeck, and see how many people get this right. I think I'm gonna have a feeling a lot of people are gonna get this one right.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'd guess at least half.
All right. So we already have we have a lot of people so far. So that's good. All right. And this person's going to win 6 months premium. So hopefully the person who wins doesn't have premium. And he's a good guy, whoever wins, and is really happy about winning.
Yeah, I mean, 6 months of that?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I could take you from, like, knowing very little to being a metagame guru.
Yeah, definitely. So in the meantime, when you guys are trying to figure out who is the only current level 8, we're going to look at Orrin Beasley's sideboard. He's going to bring in 3 Tumble Magnets.
Definitely.
He's going to answer the equipment. It's going to answer Sun Titan. And he's also going to bring in 1 Deprive. So he's bringing in 4 cards total. Nate Pease, on the other hand, I think he might bring in more than 4 cards. What do you think, Jake? Probably more than 4 cards?
I'm not sure. I think Nate brings in flash freezes, but only on the play, I believe.
Really?
I think he only brings in like 1 on the draw. He brings in Consecrated Sphinx. He brings in an extra sword. He brings in the extra day. He cuts Condemns. He plays extra ousts.
All right, so this should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, last night he was wondering whether or not he should cut his 4th Squadron Hawk for 1 copy of Core Firewalker.
Yeah, Squadron Hawk's not too good in this matchup. I could see possibly even taking out all the Squadron Hawks if you wanted to get a little bit crazy and go with Core Firewalker, because a Core Firewalker is just a better clock. It can't be bolted. I don't know if you guys care. And and also it just provides more damage if there was like a Jace war where Nate has to try to take out Orange Jace. He could just deal 2 instead of 1. So for everybody out there who likes AJ Soccer and a big AJ Soccer fan, AJ Soccer took down Game 1 against Edgar Flores in the top 4 Callblade and Callblade, a match we will not be covering. Because I think Orrin's going to take this down, and the finals is probably going to be Rug versus Callblade. What do you think, Jake?
I think it can go any which way. I mean, Game of Magic is a crazy game.
Yes, a game of skill, a game of chance, game of luck, game of wit, game of fun.
Yes.
So that's pretty
game
good.
Game of wit.
Yeah,
I like that.
I think I said that. Did I say that? Okay.
That's I was just repeating you.
Oh, thank you.
Just repeating the
good.
My favorite part of that.
Your favorite part. That's good. All right, so Orrin looks to be ready. Nate's pretty much ready. They're just going to finish shuffling up, and they're both going to present their deck, and Nate will be on the play. I think Nate's going to look back and think that maybe he could have won this game, and Orrin's going to look back and think that he played this game pretty well.
Yeah.
So Orrin's going with the pile shuffle, where Nate's going with the upwards riffle shuffle. Which shuffle technique do you prefer?
I prefer a combination of the 2. Generally, I don't upright riffle shuffle. I'm more of a down low riffle shuffle.
Well, you don't want to go too low.
Oh yeah, not underneath the table.
This is great. Yeah. All right, so Orrin is rocking out a blue.
Unless we're playing the game underneath the table, like we're sitting over by the table.
Oh, so if you were playing Unglued, where you have to go under the table and start a new game? Yeah. That's one of my favorite types of decks to play, Unglued decks.
I've done many Unglued drafts, and I can assure you that that card that has protection from Wordy is actually just broken.
Awesome. That's good. All right, so Nate Pease on the right, Orrin Beasley on the left, who's up a game in top 4 at North Carolina, Charlotte 5K Open. And Sunday morning, we're about to give away 6 months premium. It might not be too late. Try to tweet in your answer. Who is the only level 8 currently? After this weekend, there could be more than one level 8, but right now, this person is the only level 8. I'll give you guys a hint. He writes for StarCityGames.com.
He does write for StarCityGames.com.
I'll give you another hint. He likes pizza.
It's true.
And
Pizza is his favorite food.
And one more hint. He is the only current level 8. So those are the 3 hints. We'll see if you guys can get it right. Ooh, looks like somebody got it incorrect. I'm not going to say who. And we have a couple more people who looks like got it right. So
Sweet.
all right, Orrin Beasley. Let's see what's happening. Let's see your hand. He's still shuffling. He's wearing a Blue Ox shirt. Looks like he's a fan of Blue Ox. I'm not sure what Blue Ox is, but he likes Blue Ox. Otherwise, he would not be wearing this shirt unless his girlfriend got it for him, and he's kind of forced to wear the shirt. The other, a Paul Bunyan fan. All right, this is just in from Rashad Miller. Orrin Beasley is a Paul Bunyan fan. If you guys know the combination between Paul Bunyan and Blue Ox,
well, Paul,
tweet it in and let us know.
Paul Bunyan had a pet. Yeah.
Oh,
Paul
Jake
Bunyan had a
knows, okay.
pet ox named Babe, who was Blue Ox.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is good. This is good to
He's
know.
a giant of a man.
In case anybody goes on Jeopardy, you guys can thank SCG Live for giving you the answer to your $1 million question. But I think on Jeopardy, the most you could win is a couple thousand, maybe a little more. All right, so Orrin looks at his hand. Nate looks at his hand. Let's see if anybody is going to mulligan. Let's see if they're going to keep. And they're both going to keep. Nate starts off with a Celestial Colonnade, passes the turn. Orrin Beasley draws a preordain, but doesn't want to play it because he's going with the Raging Ravine. Here comes a Stoneforge Mystic from Nate Pease, and he's probably going to search up a Sword of Feast and Famine. Oh, incorrect by Gerard Fabiano, something you don't hear very often, or maybe often. It goes with the Mortarpod.
That seems to make sense. He's he's preempting the Lotus Cobra. This is something we've seen a lot of people do in this matchup.
Yeah, definitely. So personally, you know, if Nate had an oust, he wouldn't really care about the Mortarpod. But I think Orrin is still going to play his Cobra. The sword is just so much more powerful, and Orrin doesn't have artifact removal.
Oh, Orrin does not have any Nature's Claims or anything?
No Nature's Claim. All he has, his artifact removal is Tumble Magnet.
Yeah, Tumble Magnet's pretty good against the sword.
So Orrin just passes, which is kind of... I thought he had a Cobra in his hand. I think he does. Maybe what he's going to do is go Cobra, then he's going to go Ravine this turn, so he's able to preordain. That's what I think he's going to do, and I like that play, Mr. Orrin Beasley.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't otherwise have blue mana, so he gets to actually use his Cobra for some value.
All right, there's blue, and there's the preordain. I wonder if Nate mana leases or spell pierces, or nope, doesn't do either. Lets it resolve.
I like that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think he goes bottom, and Orrin's looking for an island, and he draws a second Cobra, and he's just going to pass the turn. Let's see what Nate puts into play. Oh, so Nate already had the sword in hand. So this game already is very bad for Orrin, and it looks very good for Nate.
Yeah,
it's pretty
especially
crazy
if Nate
how
has
early in the
untapped
game.
fourth land.
Yeah, especially how early in the game you can tell who's gonna probably take on this game. Although sometimes things change. And there's a Mortarpod, killing the Cobra and making Orrin discard a card.
Now, Orrin gets knocked down to 17 here. He's deciding what he's going to discard. It seems like he's looking at Lotus Cobra. It's probably the first card to go. It could also be a Jace that might go. He doesn't have access to any blue mana, making Jace lose a little value. But at the same time, Jace can be used as a Vindicate for Nate's Jace. And Orrin decides to get rid of an Avenger.
And he's going to drop a small Jace, it looks like. Yep. And he's going to draw a card for himself. And I think Orrin knows that this game's not going his way, but in Magic you play 3 games, so and Orrin will be on the game on the play for game 3, so that's really good.
It's very important.
Yeah. Orrin does draw a Scalding Tarn here, it looks like. So he's going to drop a Cobra. Then he's going to play Tarn, getting a mana. Fetch a land, getting a mana.
Tap both lands and perhaps play a Jace.
Yeah. So Orrin's probably going to get to play a Jace, killing Nate's baby Jace. If he has anything better to play, that would be good. But I think Jace is probably his best play.
Yeah, I think he can only really get access to 4.
Yeah, I mean, he could have, I don't know what's better than the Jace, but he's only going to have access to 4 mana this turn. And he makes part of her play so far by dropping a Cobra.
He goes ahead and plays the Tarn.
Alright, so 2 out of 3 of our plays. And, oh, wow, he goes with a Tumble Magnet. I actually like that. I did not see a Tumble Magnet in his hand.
I did not see that either. That seems significantly stronger to me.
Yeah, this is definitely, you know, it gives Orrin a bit of hope right here. And he fetches out an island. So next turn maybe he could play a Jace if he draws a land. So he gets a blue off a Cobra, or, you know, if he just draws an island straight up. And he places Jace in the graveyard, so maybe Orrin has a bolt as well. And he does. Alright, wow. So a big turn of events right there. This game, yeah, this is pretty crazy. It looks like Nate could never lose this game. Now all of a sudden, Orrin might be the favorite board-wise. Yep. I think he actually is. Just all because he drew that Scalding Tarn, pretty much.
It just goes to show you how powerful Lotus Cobra is, even if you got hit a 2 mana that turn.
Yeah, it shows you how powerful Type 2 is. Where like people are just like making these huge swings, like each turn. Like one guy's dominating, now the other guy's dominating.
Good morning. Thanks for coming out again today on Sunday. We do have registration open for draft open.
Announcements in the background, but we'll try to talk through it.
At 9 o'clock.
Nate Pease is tapping 4 mana. Looks like he should have dropped Jace the Mind Sculptor.
To the stage and register for the draft open.
I think he guys can go with
$30 a piece.
Brainstorm.
Cash
He's
only
going
for
to
events.
I think he's going to brainstorm. Yeah, he brainstorms.
I like that play.
Yeah. He draws into an oust. I wonder if he has a planes to go with that oust. So then he could go planes, oust your Cobra. I guess he did not have the planes. So Orrin's get to untap and he has a Preordain and his own Jace. So if he drops a land, he could activate that Ravine. So his hand is an Inferno Titan, Jace, and I think a Preordain. There's a Preordain. He's looking for a fetch land now, I believe. If it is a fetch land, he's going to go fetch land.
Inferno Titan.
No, he doesn't have the mana for that, does he?
He's fetch land?
Oh, yeah, you're a fetch land. Yes, correct. Yeah. So he's looking for a fetch land. Regular land, then he would just activate the Ravine and attack.
Oh, yeah.
So,
just eat a Jace.
Yeah. So, but the regular land would have to be an untapped land. So let's see. I think he goes. Did he go bottom? He did it quick. Sort of. Yeah. I think he did.
Looks like a Halimar Depth.
Yeah. So he must have went bottom. And he's going to produce a. Wow. Yeah. The Halimar Depth doesn't help at all because he can't play a Jace or he cannot play his Inferno Titan this turn.
He doesn't have the double blue for Jace there.
Yeah, exactly. So he must have went bottom. And Jace is down to 1 counter. So now the game looks to be looking pretty good for Nate Pease. Nate needs to use his Tectonic Edge this turn and take out that Raging Ravine, in my opinion. Maybe he should.
I would actually take out the Halimar Depth so I can keep my opponent off double blue.
Yeah,
he already has 3 red-green duels.
Yeah, that's another option. And he does have 2 Ravines, so yeah, I can see Halimar Depths being the better play there. Let's see if Nate Pease sees his play and uses his Tectonic Edge. He also has Oust. I wonder if Nate will.
I like ousting the Cobra here.
Yeah, I think you just go Oust the Cobra, Tech Edge, Now, do you think Orrin like bluffed him and put like a card that he doesn't really need, but he might think that he needs? Like, for example, say an Infernal Titan on top.
I think Orrin left a Misty Rainforest on top, to be honest.
Okay. Well, I mean, there could have been some bluffing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a Misty Rainforest. Orrin desperately needs that Misty Rainforest. I mean, it seems pretty easy to.
Yeah, Nate's probably just gonna leave this on top.
No, really, I would think he would put something on the bottom.
Well, no, because then you oust Cobra, and then if he wants to, and then you destroy one of his lands, and then.
But then Orrin will install double blue to be able to play his Jace. So Nate's gonna put on the bottom, and he does wisely. Now he's gonna oust the Cobra. This is the play. Let's see if he sees it. I think Nate has a Condemn in his hand, or I could be mistaken. But
yeah, I saw Condemn there also.
yeah, I guess he decided to sideboard a bit differently. All right, so he taps a mana and sits there for a while. He also has Preordain in his hand. Normally, before you tap a mana, you kind of want to figure out what you're going to do. To not give anything away unless you make a different play. All right, so he just... Oh, okay, so he didn't tap a mana. Glacier Fortress just came to play tapped. This is weird that he didn't even play an Oust. He didn't do anything. He didn't even Tech Edge.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he bottomed the land.
I think
he's not going to do anything.
I think he has Preordain 2 in his hand, I thought I saw.
He can't have Preordain, because then he would have just...
That's why I thought he... Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But now it's Orrin's turn, we know that. And he is thinking what to do. I would like to see Nate to pick up his hand again and flash the camera so we can see.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. For a second, I thought he tapped that.
He must have like
but it came to play,
3 counter spells or something.
I didn't think he did.
2 Spell Pierce and Mana Leak or something. I don't know.
It didn't look like his hand had counter spells. It looks like he has 4 cards in his hand, and it looked like his hand was Oust, Condemn, Preordain, and something else. But it wouldn't really make sense if that was his hand, because he would have definitely played Preordain. I'm not sure exactly what Orrin is thinking about because I'm not sure which card he drew. Now Orrin needs to just play into whatever Nate could possibly have. He can't afford to play around Mana Leak, can't afford to play around Spell Pierce. He's just gonna have to drop whatever he has.
It's probably going to be an Inferno Titan.
Yeah, if you drew the land. He has Jace, Inferno Titan, and possibly a land. Not too sure what that back card is. The card to the front of his hand, so, and it's another Misty Rainforest. It looked like. Ooh. So it looked like Nate put the first Misty Rainforest on the bottom, and now Orrin has option to play around Mana Leak or not to play around Mana Leak, or possibly activate the Ravine, which he doesn't want to do if Nate has Condemn, and also because Nate just has a Tectonic Edge in play. So he'll probably play a Jace, it looks like, leaving himself to pay for Mana Leak. Alright, Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Like tightest play here.
Trying to take out Nate's Jace the Mind Sculptor.
I'm surprised Nate didn't...
Yeah, I'm not sure what Nate's plan is. I mean, if he Tech Edges now, it doesn't even matter. So...
Oh no, this is really nice from Nate. Nate goes ahead and Tech Edges the Misty Rainforest. So now when Orrin cracks it with the search on the stack, Nate can Mana Leak the Jace. So Orrin's going to crack it. There's no doubt about it.
Okay.
Yeah. See, this is an interesting play that can actually come up where people Tech Edge your fetch land to create opportunities where their Mana Leaks can become live. That play was actually used by Nick Spagnuolo against me in the finals of PTQ and beat me. He was able to get me off Mana Leak and resolve a Celestial Purge to remove my Pyromancer Ascension.
So if he just Tech Edge, on his turn, Orrin would have been able to pay for mana leak. Regardless.
No, he would not have been. But if he had,
like for example, say if he just tech edged a Halimar Depths, he would have played Misty 2, 3, 4. No, I think this was the right play by Nate.
yeah, that was actually really, really good.
All right, so Jace is down to 1. But I mean, if Nate just ousted the Cobra,
Yeah,
it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, so I actually don't think that play was that great of a play, unless that card is not an oust in his hand. It looks like an oust to me. So
maybe it's a Sun Titan. You're misreading it.
I'm not sure.
Similar art.
We'll take another look, but I'm pretty sure it was an oust. I guess maybe it's not an oust. I don't know. It's tough to see people's hands. Our runner's not here right now. Otherwise, we would have him go over to check. I think I'm gonna run over and check if it's an oust or not.
Okay. All right, Nate goes ahead, plays Celestial Colonnade. Boundaries next play. Multiple Condemns in hand. At the beginning of his combat step, Orrin is almost certainly going to tap his Stoneforge Mystic with that Tumble Magnet. I'd like to see whether or not Nate chooses to go ahead and cast a card that looks like a Preordain that he's had for so long in his hand.
Okay, I'm back in the booth. His hand is condemned, oust, Preordain. So we were right that what his hand actually was last turn. So last turn, if you just ousted the Cobra,
yeah, you definitely would have gotten more value.
Yeah, he would have.
There he is, and Orrin would also be on 5 lands right now. So
yeah, so theoretically, Nate Pease tech edged nothing.
Yes.
Where he could tech edge the Halimar Depths or a Raging Ravine. I mean, this game does look good for Nate, but I think I would have took a series of different plays last turn.
I think Orrin's probably going to go ahead and drop an Inferno Titan.
Yeah. So there's a Titan. Now Nate's going to oust this Titan. And Tumble Magnet is out of counters, is that correct?
Yes. Tumble Magnet is completely out of counters now.
Alright, so Nate uses the Preordain, keeps something, and puts an island on the bottom. He kept the Preordain. Preordains again. Looks like 2 planes go to the bottom.
Draws again.
And there's the oust on the Inferno Titan. And he's hitting Orrin for 3, and he's got to untap his lands. Orrin pitches a Jace the Mind Sculptor.
That puts Orrin on 0 cards, I believe.
Yeah, Orrin has no hand right now. And I think Nate drops another Glacier Fortress. This is weird. It's like turn 10, and he has no basic lands. This happened one of our other matches. Alright, so I think Orrin drew a sack land, and he's going to attack with the Raging Ravine. And if he did draw a sack land, he's definitely going to play it, because otherwise he's going to have it discarded. Alright, so Orrin's gaining some life here.
Yeah, I like that play.
And yep, he played a sack land. So Nate draws a Day of Judgment? Maybe? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Orrin's back down to 15. I'm surprised Nate didn't attack with that Celestial Colonnade. It was just free. Free 4 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Nate. But Orrin plays an Inferno Titan, and Nate had the mana leak. Let's see if Nate activates Colonnade this time. All right, so this time he does activate Colony. Not sure why he didn't do it last turn. I might have just missed that. And Orrin's in trouble. Orrin is on a 1-turn clock now.
Yeah, Orrin's down to 7 here.
Yep, passes a turn. Let's see what he draws. If it's nothing good, he's going to have to pack it in, and he packs it in. So Nate Pease won, Orrin Beasley won. We're going to Game 3 of the top 4 at the Charlotte, North Carolina 5K, where Nate Pease is playing a blue-white Callblade deck versus Orrin Beasley, who's playing his rug deck from Grand Prix Dallas, where he took 2nd place. So just before this game, we told you guys we were giving away 6 months premium, and our question was, who is the only current level 8 player for the Star City Games Open? And a bunch of people tweeted in the answer. A lot of people got it right, so we'll see who takes it down. And remember, during the finals, we're giving away 1 year premium. So if you guys didn't win this, don't worry, because 1 year premium is longer than 6 months premium.
Yeah, if you're only 9 years old and you win a year of premium, you're going to have premium.
This is the last call for registration for the 9 a.m. draft open. If you want to get into the 9 a.m. draft open, this is the last call for registration.
All right, so right now, if I was Nate, I mean, I don't really like the Condemns in this matchup.
Neither do I. I think they're weak.
But, I mean, now that Orrin knows that he has Condemn,
he's never going to attack with a Cobra, ever.
Yeah, I don't think he will.
Into white mana, I don't know.
Maybe Nate
Unless
Pease,
he wants to bait one.
Yeah, maybe Nate Pease will board out a Condemn or 2. So, we'll see what happens. And once again, Orrin going with the pile shuffle. He is a man who likes to pile shuffle. I actually talked to him before. I say, you know what, Orrin, I always see that you do pile shuffle. And he says, yes, I practice at work. He is a chemist. So while everyone else is, you know, doing chemistry and making formulas, he's pile shuffling.
He's just hanging out.
So there you go, kids. You don't need
making
to do
7 piles.
to do work at your job.
job.
Yeah, just pile shuffle at work.
Pile
the boss
shuffle.
will not say anything.
It's true.
All right, so
I've known people who have had the same job for years and didn't even know what they were supposed to be doing there.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So Orrin Beasley is going to be on the play. I think Orrin's a really big favorite right here because Nate doesn't have many answers to a turn 2 Cobra when Nate is on the draw, and you know Orrin gets to play his Jace first. We'll see what happens. I think so far, to be honest, I got to give full credit to Orrin Beasley. He made pretty much every single play that we wanted to make, you know, knowing his hand and stuff. So Orrin seems to know exactly what his rug deck is supposed to be doing and what he wants to be doing with his rug deck in certain matchups. Yeah, I would really like to see a rug deck in the finals.
Again, Orrin here, let's say a recent Grand Prix competitor down in Texas, and he came in the finals at Grand Prix, losing to Shields in the finals. Nate just won regionals in New England, Boston area. He also has top-aided a lot of extended PTQs this season, so he's been on a pretty good tear also. On his birthday earlier this year, he lost an extended PTQ finals.
Interesting, very interesting. So if Orrin wins this, we're going to get him in the booth, and we're going to have him talk about his rug deck and what changes he did make from his Grand Prix deck list. He was in the booth last night, in case you guys missed it. Hopefully he could talk about rug and give some light to Type 2, where it's not only Callblade. Rug has been number 2 for a while. If Rug takes this down, you know, it might show that it's one of the better decks. It had to beat Black Red Vampires in the top 8. Now it's up against Callblade, and in the finals, if Orrin does make it there, he will have to play against Callblade once again.
Yeah, I mean, Rug has basically proven itself to be like a deck that's on power level to compete with these other decks.
Yeah, definitely. We're also going to have a lot of people today in the booth. For most of the day, it's only going to be either me or Jake, because we're going to have every person who's playing an interesting deck in Legacy come in and talk about their interesting deck. We're going to have somebody talk about Team Italia, get somebody else's view. We're going to have people talk about their version of Merfolk, any combo deck we see. We heard that Ryan Rowland has a pretty good brew that he's brewing up. We're going to see what Christian Calcano's playing. Just whoever has a unique deck. I'm excited to see what Jerry's playing. I'm sure a lot of people are.
I'm excited about Battle of Wits.
Battle of Wits. I was saving the best for last. We're going to have a Battle of the Wits deck tech. It might take a bit. It might take a while, but we're going to have, I believe Ken Adams is sticking to his guns and playing Battle of the Wits. So we're going to see his $9,000 deck. And,
So,
I mean, it would just
how
be...
long does it take to shuffle a deck like that?
You know what? I think it doesn't take too long. You can have a judge help you shuffle.
Players, please clear
If you
all
don't have
the
a
round
favorite
draft
judge,
tables.
you might just want to play Battle of the Wits, so your favorite
Check
judge
the
can
media
help you
plays product on those.
Right.
Once again, please clear all the round draft tables. Thank you very much.
So, all right. So, Orrin Beasley
It's probably
looks at his
to
hand.
develop like a lasting relationship with somebody.
Yeah, make a new friend. All right. So, Orrin, his hand looks like they have a lot of spells. Does he have lands? I see a Mana Leak. I think I see a Jace.
I think it's a Halberdex.
Yeah, I don't think I see.
Scalding Tarn?
I don't think I see a Cobra, but maybe a Preordain. Orrin, whatever you do, don't mulligan, man. Those good cards on top of your deck, whatever you need, or if you shuffle them away, is fine. Is it a one land? Is it only a Halberdex? That'd be crazy if it was.
No, you can't just keep that.
I mean, if it was, like personally, I would keep it. But
Really?
yeah.
I would not.
It's funny because I know if I just go over and I just look at his hand, and Orrin sees me look at his hand, he's not going to mulligan. So it's like, because it usually happens. They're like, well, Gerard took a look at my hand, I wasn't sure, and I was like, Gerard, this happened when Jay Ford won the Grand Prix. Jay Ford knew I was watching, and he kept a one-lander. I mean, to be fair, I think he would have kept it anyway. I think it was like a one-land Preordain or something or another on the play, maybe, or I'm not too sure. It might have been on a draw, but. Or even if I walk
actually
over.
Fine though. Double Preordain, like you see
well,
so many cards.
Yeah, of course, but I'm not sure of the exact hand there. But even if I do walk over, maybe Orrin will mulligan. So, Orrin, you got to keep, man. Just keep. All right, Orrin keeps. I like it. I like it a lot. And Nate draws his 7. Let's see what Nate does with his 7. This is perfect. Don't mulligan, and we got a good game.
That looks like a keeper, right?
Yeah, he's got some
I see a
lands.
few lands. I
a
see a
Preordain,
Jace.
and a Jace. Yeah.
And I see cool white cards.
Yeah. What more do you want?
That's everything I want.
All right, Nate's. Maybe he's just the showboating for the camera. Maybe he's actually thinking about mulliganing. Who knows? But Nate, please make a decision quickly. Everyone's watching at home, and they want you to make a decision. As much as we love the StarCityGames.com Open Series logo, we like people playing a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the StarCityGames.com Open Series logo is best accentuated by Magic cards on the battlefield.
Yep. So there's actually a time limit. Nate only has 10 seconds to make a decision. Otherwise, he's forced to just concede the match. This is a rule I implement. So we'll give him the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations to Orrin Beasley for making the finals. All right, so he shows off his hand and mulligans. All right, I'm surprised he mulligans that hand.
Why did he? What is he doing?
I think he just really likes Rug, and he wants to support the Rug deck. And I personally would not have
Did you see that
mulliganed.
hint?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good, but Nate Pease makes his own decisions, and he is shuffling up and going down to 6. I think he's going for the side riffle shuffle. It looks to be.
I guess that hint didn't apply any pressure.
Well, normally Caw-Blade only applies pressure half the time, and the other half the time it applies pressure half the time. So Nate gives a quick shuffle, and Mr. Blue Ox, Orrin Beasley, is
Draft
giving him a little bit of a
your
shuffle,
seedings for the
and
draft
he's ready to
are
play.
now posted. That away in between Chandra and Garrett.
I think Nate just really wants to turn 2 Skyforge.
Once you get to your table number, you will see a little green slip of paper that will tell you what seat to sit in. If you will look at the plastic.
But yeah, I
case
mean
on the
Nate's
table,
deck.
it'll tell you
I
what
mean
seat
Nate's
number
hand,
that is.
his opener.
Please sit at your seat number. Do not open the
It
product.
did not have a. It did not have a way to apply good pressure early. So, I mean, without a Stoneforge Mystic or a way to deal with Lotus Cobra, you can just be completely outgunned in very early turns of the game. So that could have been a very tight mulligan for him. Love to see.
Alright, Nate opens up with a Colonnade after Orrin Beasley played at Halimar Depths. And there's the preordain from Orrin Beasley. He's going to go bottom. It looks like 2 Infernal Titans. And he's going to draw a sack land, I'm thinking. Yep, he drew a sack land. Now he's probably going to just drop the island, maybe the Misty. Alright, it passes the turn. Let's see if Nate has his 2-drop that he mulliganed for. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, but he doesn't because he had a Sea-Chrome Coast in his hand, so I think he would have...
yeah, so he does not have a Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah, Orrin Beasley has a Cobra. He would have to sacrifice the Misty to play it, though, it looks like. And he decided just to pass the turn with a Mana Leak open. Orrin Beasley does have a Mana Leak in hand. Alright, so there's a preordain from Nate Pease. And I think Orrin's going to let that resolve. Orrin's hand looks to be like Lightning Bolt, at least 1 Mana Leak, possibly a Jace. Oh wow, it looks like 2 Mana Leaks and a Precursor Golem. Alright, so Orrin Beasley decides to Mana Leak a preordain. And let's see if he draws land, and he draws a Raging Ravine. Very, very good for Orrin Beasley.
It's about one of the better cards you could have drawn.
Yeah, Raging Ravine's a good card.
I think Scalding Tarn perhaps was better. That's about it, though.
And I think he's going to play Ravine and pass. Yep, alright. Let's see what Nate has to do with... Now, I think if Nate kept his original hand, you know, nothing... You know, Orrin didn't really have anything. Yeah. So, let's see if it pays off for Nate. Nate Tectonic edges the Raging Ravine.
I like that play.
Yep.
That's back to Orrin.
We have 30 players today for our first draft open.
And
I
Orrin
think Orrin might
draws...
just have to pass back.
Yeah, I think he's just got an expensive hand. Yeah. All right. Nate draws. I think Nate's probably looking for land. Nate draws. I'm not sure what he drew, but he plays a Plains, it looks like. And Orrin draws a Deprive. So they're gonna play draw go for a while.
Yeah, now, it's interesting. The Calgo deck, despite its name rhyming with Drago, it does not want to be playing Drago in this matchup. You're the aggro. You really don't mind if some of your cards get countered. You have, a threat density that kind of builds upon itself. So right now you may just want to run some stuff into those mountains. Because I mean, yesterday we saw this happen where people played around Mana Leaks early in the game and they went for their spells later on, and when they went for their spells and they ended up getting countered later on, their opponent was able to just answer back with some like huge card like Titan or Gideon or something like that. So what we want to do is we want to try to apply the pressure early and then play the control mirror with somebody in the later game.
So Orrin's thinking about what he wants to do exactly. Orrin is with Rug, and Nate Pease is playing Blue-White Callblade. Just for everybody at home who did not know that. If you did not know that, that means you're not paying attention.
You're probably not even watching if you didn't know that.
Yeah, you're probably... Alright, so... Looks like Orrin is going at discard step. And he discards an Infernal Titan. Possibly setting up a Living Death. I don't think so, but...
I doubt it,
maybe
but...
Ultimate on the Lumbala. Alright, so Nate draws a Tectonic Edge and plays it, and Orrin Beasley draws a Ravine.
I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. He kind of just has to play it out into the deck edge.
Yeah, sure. He'll play the Ravine. I don't think Orrin should do anything yet. Nate actually has Concentrated Finks in his hand. So... I wonder if Nate's got a Tech Edge. He does not. And he draws a... I'm not sure what he drew. Is that a Preordain? Yep, draws a Preordain. Now when Orrin Mana Leaked the Preordain, he's sending a message to Nate saying like, hey, I got multiple Mana Leaks in my hand. Alright, and I think Nate's just going to pass the turn. And he does. Orrin needs a land. Yep, alright, awesome. Orrin draws a Scalding Tarn. So he's pretty much out of this mana screw because he's going to now get to drop either a Cobra or Explore into mana, still leaving up mana for either Deprive or Mana Leak. I think that's what he's going to do. I think he's actually going to make a play. Yep, alright. He's sacking that Misty. Probably going to get a Forest. Yep, he gets the Forest. And I think he's going to play... He might play a Cobra. He might know that Nate probably has an Oust in his hand. So he might just explore and try to dig deeper. Orrin gives it a good shuffle. Nate takes a look at his graveyard. And Orrin is going to... I think he's going to explore.
And that's an important thing that people do when they're playing games, looking through their graveyard. You can, figure out the math, the probability that you would draw specific cards, specific situations, and help yourself out. All right, Orrin casts Explore. He draws an island.
Yeah, this is really good.
Now he gets to play the Scalding Tarn and the island. So that's going to completely get him out of this mana screw here.
Yep, definitely. To be honest, I think people look at their graveyard just because they have nothing else to do. And there's like, Foily Jace, what a nice card. And
really, I'm always trying to keep count and
really?
stuff.
Yeah, I never do, pretty much. Very rarely, I guess. Maybe sometimes. All right, so Nate draws a Glacial Fortress, and he's up to 6 lands. And he is going to probably just pass a turn. He must know that Orrin has multiple counters in his hand. So let's see what Nate decides to do. This is exciting. This is Gerard Fabiano here with Jake Van Lunen at the Star City, Charlotte, North Carolina 5K Open. It's the semifinals. Orrin Beasley versus Nate Pease. At least it's a good game 3, so Nate's going to make a move.
He's going for a Jace the Mind Sculptor, is it?
I don't know. It looks like he tapped everything for a second. All right, he goes for Jace the Mind Sculptor, and here comes the Mana Leak. Yep, there's the Mana Leak. All right, and a Spell Pierce. Okay. Orrin has a Lightning Bolt, so if Nate Pease goes for like a Brainstorm, that Jace is just going to die immediately. Instead, he goes for a Fate Seal. But
Nice.
this opens up Orrin Beasley. Orrin Beasley is going to do something this turn. Although I think Nate has a Sun Titan, so it
may just get trumped.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. This is probably going to be the turning point of the game. This turn is going to determine a lot.
Ooh, wow, Orrin just drew another Misty Rainforest. This gives him access to Inferno Titan this turn, which he can then use to put the Jace down at 2 counters.
Yeah, well, I mean, if that was his plan, I'm surprised he didn't bolt the Jace.
Oh, never mind. He actually cannot do that. He only has 1 red mana.
Oh, he only has 1 red mana. Okay. Yeah, because he drew a Misty. So that was not his plan. I mean, I see a Jace in his hand. I don't mind right here just playing his own Jace. Leaving open up Deprive, Mana Leak mana, because Nate got 0 value from that Jace so far.
Yeah, I think that's probably
all Nate did was
make.
Nate did was look at his top card, left it on top. It looked like so Jace didn't do anything. I mean, if he goes for a Precursor Golem, and it's going to resolve. There's no 1 mana counter spell for a Precursor Golem besides Steel Sabotage. But I mean, it's not in his deck. All right, so there's a Cobra, and he's probably going to play a fetch land, go fetch up. So he's going to go Cobra, Jace, leave open up a Scalding Tarn to be able to Mana Leak something. But Nate has the Oust, so if Nate draws the 7th land, he's going to be able to go Oust,
something,
declare an attack step, or regardless, because he's not going to sack it right there and then play something. All right, there's the Misty. I think Orrin has to play as Jace right now. He doesn't want Nate to get a free Brainstorm. Nate doesn't have very many cards in his hand. All right, so he's going to fetch up a Mountain off the Scalding Tarn.
And now he's his tap these 2 islands in this mound and just cast Jace.
Oh, okay, so he's gonna have 2 mana open up anyway.
Yeah, just the Misty itself is good enough.
Yeah, but I was thinking with the outs, but he'll have 2 mana. Yeah, he's gonna have Misty and Island open. He has 2 mana in his pool right now. I mean, I don't think that's an Infernal Titan. I think that's a Bolt in his hand because he actually could have played Infernal Titan.
Oh, you're right. He could have.
Yeah. All right. So Jace kills Jace. Orrin's left with a Lotus Cobra. He has a hand of Precursor Golem, Lightning Bolt, and Deprive. Nate Peace has Sun Titan. I think right now it favors Orrin, but we'll see. So Nate draws his 5th card. I think Nate has Consecrated Sphinx, Sun Titan, an Oust, and a Mana Leak maybe in his hand. It's really tough to tell.
And it's just such a close game at this point.
Yeah, it is really close. They're both at high life total. There's a Tectonic Edge. 2, 4, 6, 7. Nate has 7 mana. And an Oust in the Cobra. That's fine. Orrin doesn't even want that Cobra. He's gonna sack a fetch land before he even draws that Cobra.
Yeah. Well, oh, I guess you're right. He does not have the Inferno Titan we confirmed.
Yeah, his hand is Precursor Golem, Lightning Bolt, and Deprive. And he can get some value in Deprive and return his Halimar Depths and replay that Halimar Depths. So that's Orrin Beasley's #1 combo in his deck. And Nate is tapping 2, and he's going to kill the Halimar Depths, destroying Orrin Beasley's combo. Let's see what Orrin draws. Orrin draws a Preordain.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I do like casting a Preordain here and digging for lands, getting rid of that Cobra. I mean, also, he could keep the Cobra and draw it this turn. Tap a island for the Preordain, tap a mountain and a forest for the Cobra, and then have Misty and Island open. That's another option as well. So definitely a tough game. Orrin knows it's a tough game. Orrin knows that Deprive is going to be something that saves him. So I'm pretty sure Nate at least has a Consecrated Sphinx in his hand. And
Yeah, I'd like to see Consecrated Sphinx come down. Powerful spell.
Orrin would not. All right, so Orrin doesn't even want to look at that Cobra. He's going to fetch probably a Forest. Okay, Forest. Wow, interesting. I thought he might have got a island so he could go Preordain and leave the Deprive open. I wonder why he got a Forest. Maybe he just likes green mana.
Yeah, what double green spells does he play?
He plays an Avenger of Zendikar, which costs green. For everybody at home, it's green.
5 GG.
Yep. So
That's one of the best finishers in Standard right now.
yeah, definitely a nice card. And Orrin is making a play. Not sure what he's gonna do. Oh wow, he just goes for Precursor Golem. That's pretty crazy. Not sure if I like that play by Orrin. I'm almost positive he did have a Deprive in his hand. But Orrin thinks Nate Peace has nothing. Let's see if it pays off.
I mean, Nate's just going to untap and cast a Consecrated Sphinx, I believe, right?
If he does, that's really bad news. All right, there's a Consecrated Sphinx. Bad news for Orrin.
Yeah.
Although Orrin does get to kill the Sphinx if he wants to. By attacking and lightning bolting the Sphinx to finish it off, because Nate would probably block. I think if Orrin just played a longer game, he would have taken this down. But now Nate seems to be in a dominating position with that Sphinx in play.
Ooh, Nate went ahead and took the damage there.
Yeah.
I like that play.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. That Sphinx is going to draw too many cards, most likely. Orrin doesn't even Preordain or Explore or doesn't do anything there. Alright, Sphinx swings in for 4 damage. I'm surprised that Nate attacked with that Sphinx. Is he not at all concerned with his life total? I mean, if he's drawing, a million cards a turn, why would you even attack? Why would you not make the game go really long?
Yeah, I don't understand.
There's a good
Magic players
targeting the
Sarah
previous column,
Avenger
which targets the other two columns as well.
Now, Orrin does have a deprive in his hand.
You are
but
currently sitting a Sarah Avenger number table.
It's pretty worrisome when you have to deprive a condemn.
Yeah, I mean, Nate could just have another condemn in his hand or whatnot.
That was just a basic. Yeah, you heard the announcement.
I think Orrin just has to deprive this condemn. If this condemn resolves, I don't see what he could be doing.
Yeah, the game just has to be over if it never ever resolves.
All right, so Orrin lets the condemn resolve. Wants to gain some life.
He goes up to 25, I believe.
I mean, if Nate had nothing, Orrin could have actually won that turn with a little bit of luck, but he would have needed to draw into a second bolt. All right, there's a preordain.
Now, draws a card.
Yep.
Interesting cards.
So it looks like Nate Pease will be heading on to the finals, and it'll probably be a Callblade on Callblade Mirror. Wow, Orrin did get to the other lightning bolt that he needed. So if Nate didn't have anything and that deprive resolved, Orrin would have actually won, I'm pretty sure.
The double bolt would have been enough to finish him off.
Yeah.
Damage, right?
Yeah, because like, unless Nate had a second condemn in his hand, which I don't know if he did or not. We could definitely ask Nate afterwards if he did or didn't. All right, so Sphinx comes in. I'm just gonna take a peek at Nate's hand. I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so Nate's had a dominating lead now with the Consecrated Sphinx. He's already drawn 6 cards, right? Or I guess 8 at this point. He's a dominating lead in this game. Orrin may be trying to get sneaky, and he would be doing some math and figuring out whether or not it's possible to actually deck Nate.
5 seconds.
I doubt it is, but yeah, he's just going to go ahead and double bolt that Consecrated Sphinx. Now, if the second bolt here gets countered, it's about it. Flash freeze to basically cut the game up.
5 seconds.
So Nate's almost assuredly going to let this bolt resolve. There's no reason to counter it.
Lay out the pack. You have 6 cards. Pick up the pack. You have 10 seconds.
Especially with Orrin only having one more red open, like the first bolt
5 seconds.
is just...
Trap. Lay out the pack.
Right now, and Nate goes down to
10 seconds.
the Consecrated Sphinx hits the bin.
5 seconds. Trap.
Now, here Orrin is. Orrin has a Inferno Titan in his hand alongside a Deprive and an Explorer, and Nate Pease has a Full Grip. But Nate Pease's Full Grip may actually be outmatched by this Titan. It's easy for a Titan to overcome a lot of cards. Now, Nate draws a Stoneforge Mystic. That's pretty ideal. That's exactly what he wants to be drawing here. He draws Tectonic Edge, and ironically, Orrin has all basic lands in play. Nate goes ahead. He taps some lands for mana stuffs, and he casts Stoneforge Mystic. He's going to go and grab a Sword of Feast and Famine, and he's probably going to suit up this Stoneforge Mystic the first chance he gets. Orrin's going to go for a Deprive on the Stoneforge Mystic, and we're probably going to see Nate bite and use one of his mana leaks. I'm pretty sure you need to apply this kind of pressure right now. And yeah, Nate goes ahead and he mana leaks the Deprive. Stoneforge Mystic resolves. Nate searches his library for, I assume it's going to be a Sword of Feast and Famine. it is, and he's going to be passing the turn back to Orrin. He may or may not play the sword first, but it's just interesting to see whether or not that happens. Now, yeah, Nate still looks to have plenty of condemn action in his hand. Orrin is sitting on just an Inferno tie-in, and is that a Tumble Magnet? Yes, it's a Tumble Magnet. Orrin goes ahead and attempts to cast a Tumble Magnet. Nate's probably just going to let that resolve. It's not a big deal. Nate's going to go. Yeah, this is really crazy.
Pulling the Sphinx, and Nate's been drawing like almost nothing. Is that what's been happening?
Yeah, even though Nate drew 8 extra cards off his Sphinx.
Yeah. All right. Wow. What's in Orrin's hand?
Now his hand is down to Inferno tie-in and a land.
Okay. And Orrin's on 21. Oh, it would be insane if Orrin actually came back to win this game. I think Nate ended up having 2 more condemns in his hand. I'm not sure if they were drawn from those 8 cards.
Yeah.
You know, like, we can't really tell if they're drawing like 6 or 8 cards, you know? So.
Yeah.
Alright,
so Orrin's looking at an Inferno tie-in, and it looks like he drew a Mana Leak off the top.
Okay.
So he's going to bite and go for the Inferno tie-in. Nate has a Mana Leak. If you're not going to Mana Leak Inferno tie-in here, I don't really know what you're planning on Mana Leaking in the world, so...
I mean, I guess Nate thinks he has Condemn, so he doesn't need to Mana Leak it, but...
Yeah, but, I mean, your life total is a resource, as little as you want to admit that. Going to 5 against the deck with burn spells just seems a little odd to me.
Alright, so he...
Yeah, he takes
he wouldn't be going to 5.
Well, he goes to 8, and then next turn he has to eat a trigger from the Inferno.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, that does make sense. He goes to 5 next turn if he has nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so Nate lets that resolve. And he draws a land, it looks like. So again, not sure exactly what's in Nate's hand. There's an oust, bringing Orrin up to 24 life, and Nate's at 8. Maybe Nate's like trying to save the Mana Leak for an Avenger of Zendikar.
Does that make sense? At this point, I don't think it really matters. I think you'd rather just...
Alright, so Orrin decides to take 3 damage and lose a Mana Leak, which seems fine. Preserving counters on Tumble Magnet. The land from Nate, and he passes the turn. Orrin draws something good. He draws a Ravine. Not the worst card, but it's just going to get Tech Edge.
He's going to Tech Edge that right away. That'll keep Orrin off. Orrin will be unable to pay for the Mana Leak that Nate's going to...
I mean, even if he doesn't Tech Edge it, he wouldn't have been able to pay for the Mana Leak.
Unless he... Oh, yeah. You're right.
But, yeah. Now Nate's going to start bringing multiple guys into the red zone. Is it still called the red zone?
Of course. It'll never not be the red zone.
Okay. I remember when they made like a big deal about it. They're like, yeah, we're calling it the red zone. But now no one really says red zone.
But I mean, it's so much more fun to say the red zone.
Yeah, maybe.
The red zone?
I feel like they just stole it from football.
Football has a red zone?
I think so.
I don't even know about that.
Yeah, so Nate Pease swings in with both his guys. Orrin's going to drop down to 14, it looks like.
Yeah.
Nate passes the turn. Titan off the top gets a Mana Leak.
Yep.
But I mean, let's see what Nate draws. Nate's going to swing it for 7. I think he's going to use Tumble Magnet this time.
Oh, yeah. I'm interested to see where he Tumble Magnets. Is the extra 1 damage?
Yeah, he'll just Tumble Magnet the colony, I think.
I like that. Now, he's a 14, so if he doesn't Tumble Magnet, like something as simple as Into the Royal could actually just, you know, put him out of the game. Ooh, okay. So Orrin uses the counter. He's deciding which he's going to tap. Again, Nate's tapped out, so... Alright. Orrin goes down to 9 or goes down to 7 here, and Nate passed the turn back. Orrin needs to draw a card here, or he loses, and Nate Pease advances to the finals. And Orrin Beasley, the Grand Prix Dallas competitor, finalist, has been